Capricorn, welcome into my channel. My name is Firestorm Shen and this is Phoenix Arc Tarot. This is going to be a message for Capricorn placements, all placements. Capricorn, there's something you've been going round and round with in your mind. You know there's a ticking time bomb. Things are going to go off pretty soon. You can't stop it. You've been trying to ignore the red flags or the signs or not paying attention, but you know that there is something going on. You've been quite flexible with others and being very patient, but there's something drying up, being at a crossroads that you're stuck out for too long, where there's not equal give and take or exchange in the energy that you're being a part of. It could have something to do with just different value systems, traditions, you know, guidelines, rule books, how we do business, how we play baseball, how we respect other people's family upbringings and traditions. It's just things like by the book, things that you know you're wondering what's going on, why you're feeling like something an unease. It's because something has dried up, something's been burnt crisp to the ground. There's no more fruit here. There is something better on the other side coming in for you, but it is going to require you to let this something go. You'll know what it is. It'll be different for each and every one of you, but things look really well by March. I think there's going to be a big shift, and we have our eclipse in February 18th, I believe it is. We're having our first eclipse, so ushering in March with a bang, and this is the officially start of the new year. So we're still doing some dealing with a lot of unfinished business right now in January. Happy birthday, by the way, Capricorn. Just want to miss that. But just let you know, back to the building, the drawing board, rebuilding some things. You know this deep down inside. Some things that you've been putting a lot of hard work and effort into cleaning up. It's just not worth it anymore, just the truth be told. And so there is an indication that you will be blessed if you come to the edge and step out in faith. There is some sort of indication that there might be some mending that needs to happen, some lessons that need to be learned and incorporated that will bring forth a spiritual blessing. It will lead into a new life. So you'll see the lesson and you'll also see the blessing. A new life is ushered in with a brand new change in the wind. You'll see it in your community. You'll be wanting to take more action in those areas as well in the next few coming days. We do have a cazimi of planets in your sign right now. Cazimi is where there's a bunch of cluster of planets that are all about 17 degrees from each other and the sun. Now, it's not very often you see something like that, and I find it very interesting that here we are at the end of 2025 going into 2026, where all of a sudden there's this urgency in the celestial galaxy of a posse coming together as a team and a tribe to come together to make sure we are taking action in the areas and giving attention to the things that really need it before we move on to this next cycle, because we're wrapping up a year 9, and that means that this is going to be the end of the last decade of the way things have looked, and we're being encouraged to look at the next decade of what we want to build that's coming in 2026. And obviously there's some things here that are not going to be going with us, and there's some opportunities here for you to take some change towards a new life and take action towards a new beginning. There is some sort of unfinished symphony here and a little bit of a disappointment in areas concerning love or where creativity just didn't work out. But all in all, it looks like you're at peace with yourself at home. You're ready to let things go. You're ready for what's fated. You're ready for destiny. You're ready to see what the next year has to bring for you. Okay, Capricorn? So that's what I see there for you guys at this time. All right, so those were your oracle messages. Let's do some tarot messages for the Capricorns. Okay. Who's the person, or what is the situation Capricorn's dealing with at this time? The strongest energies in the heart of Capricorn, with all these We were talking about this Cazimi of planets all in your sign right now. In Capricorn, you are the ones who are the rulers of the 10th house, which has to do with career, legacy, and public image. So there's a lot of divine feminine, divine masculine balancing happening right now in your house and the way we show up. Divine masculine and divine feminine, the way we communicate. All right, let's go ahead and start with the reading. Angels, spirit guides, guardians of the galaxies for the Capricorns. University, what is it that is at the heart of the reading for Capricorns? What is it that they need to be aware of? What do they need to know? Thank you in advance for the messages. All right, Capricorn, you have the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. This can mean that you could be changing jobs, okay? Or whatever you were working on, you're no longer working there. Or working on something. If you don't work, you're no longer working towards or on something in your heart. Okay, so, all right. What is the crossing energies that's helping or hindering this decision to quit work? High Priestess. Pisces. Something that you've been wanting to do probably for a long time, but you never told anybody about it, with the High Priestess being here, being very secretive about it, but your intuition's been telling you for a while it's probably time to make the change. What is going on in the foundation of this reading? 2 of Wands. You've been at a crossroads in your foundation. You need to take some sort of action. Go left or go right, but choose something. Been at a crossroads. Just been sitting there looking. When do I make my move? Should I go left or should I go to right? Should I leave in the daytime? Should I leave at night? What's in the headspace for the Capricorns, please? Ooh. All about the book. By the book. This is legalities, contracts. Looking at the details. So you're looking at the details. Does it make logistical sense to you? Is it profitable? Does it leave a good public image for you? Does it look good on the resume? This change that you're making. It's like you've got a list and you're checking it twice, and you're writing. You know exactly what you want. You know your value, and that's what you're thinking about. So whatever it is, it could involve a contract. Okay? Alrighty. Plug it in as it resonates. Recent past. What's the energies for the recent past for the Capricorns? And we have the King of Pentacles. There you are with the Queen of Swords in the reverse. King of Pentacles feels like he got some bad financial advice. King of Pentacles is dealing with a Queen of Swords in the reverse in the recent past. Is this a lawyer? Or an air sign? A Libra, Gemini, Aquarius? Whatever it is, man, she's ruthless. You want to talk about a cold-hearted B-I-T-C-H. Oh my. In the recent past, you were dealing with a really situation, very manipulative, very cunning, very strategic woman. And she could have been blackmailing you. Or this could have just been the supervisor who had some sort of hold over you, over your finances, how far you could excel in the company. A dictator, very uncaring, doesn't care about your feelings. It's all about the money. It's not about creativity. It's about by the books. Show me the books. A little bit of a trickster there too, by the way. Not very fair or balanced. And yeah, this person's affecting your stability. Why are you dealing with this person? Why are you dealing with this person? Six of Swords. Oh, you're like, oh, I'm not. I'm moving on. Six of Swords. I'm moving on. I'm moving on from this person. You're not dealing with them anymore. You're out of here. Six of Swords. You're moving on to calmer waters. You're not arguing with this person anymore. Let him win. You're like, let him win. I don't care. I'm leaving. Elvis has left the building. What is the situation? Situation is the Seven of Wands. You need to defend yourself. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to protect yourself. Okay? This person could retaliate in some way, shape, or form. You need to defend yourself, protect yourself. Okay? When you move on. This person does feel like they have a hold on you. They feel like they can manipulate you and control you. They feel like they can juggle you. Maybe you have been juggling this person with someone else, because this is the juggler here, and this is how you're being seen, being the juggler. Whoop. Goodness me. Yeah, I'm picking up on like someone that uses manipulation to keep you strung along, like it's worked in the past, like they've gotten their wish, they've gotten their way with you in the past, so they think that they can just keep juggling you, but I think you're done with it. Because deep down inside, you really don't like this person. You're ready to move on from them. Whoever it is. Alright, so moving forward, what is the hope or fear for Capricorn? Page of Swords in the reverse. Ooh. You really don't want any gossip or slander to get out there. You don't want any negative reviews. You don't want anybody bothering you with text messages asking you where you've been, why'd you leave, where you going. You just don't feel like talking or communicating to anybody. You just want to be left alone when you make this decision, because you really don't like gossip. The outcome of your reading is you're going to get back to the drawing board with the Three of Pentacles. That's your energy. You're the master builder. You're the master creator. You're in charge. And so you're going after what you truly want. And I have the Queen of Cups here, which can be the King of Cups. Doesn't have to be. But someone who is focused on their creativity, nurturing energy. This is mother energy as well. So I could be talking to a divine feminine here as well. But it doesn't have to be. I mean, this could be totally vice versa. This Queen of Swords could have been dealing with the Capricorn. Take it as it resonates. You know, I could be talking to a cross watcher. That's how this works. But anyway, for you, it's back to the drawing board, getting back to your own creative self, self-love, more nurturing, more creative, more peaceful, more emotionally balanced, feeling happy. Feeling happy at what you're creating, because what you're creating in the past, you no longer wanted to work in that kind of scene or situation anymore. Alright, so Capricorn, you've learned all you need to learn here in that situation. You know, if anything at all, you're just frustrating yourself because doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results is actually ignorance. And you know this. Seven of Swords in the reverse, you're ready to stop lying to yourself. The Moon card in the reverse, secrets out. Capricorn has left the building. Alright, folks, that's what I have for you. Good luck in this situation. I wish you all the luck in the world. Blessings, love, and light. I hope this works out well for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to videos. If you already have, thank you so much. They're much appreciated. If you want to book a personal reading with me, the rates that I charge are in the description box below. I do have a special $25 for a 3-card pull, 1 question as a special, but you have to ask. I will be happy to do that for you, and I can get those turned around probably same day, depending on what time you reach out. But until next time, much love and light. God bless. Namaste.